Beautiful afternoon. Greetings and bouncing salutations. This is the Mighty Eagles Academy. So now, under today's presentation, we'll be looking at variations. Okay? We'll be looking at variations. So now, variations, the way they are, they only come under paper one. Okay? Variations, they only come under paper one. So it's very, very much important that you know how to tackle these kinds of questions. So in under paper one, variations, they carry a format. Okay, they carry a format. So in today's presentation, we will try and solve about 2 or 3 past papers that came under variations. Okay, 2 or 3 past papers that came under variations. So we'll be solving different past papers. Okay, so now let's try and answer this question. So now the question is saying that given that y varies directly, so y varies directly as x. Okay, given that y varies directly as x and inversely as the square of z. Let me take that again. So given that y varies directly as x and inversely, okay, inversely as the square of z. And then you'll be told to say that our y is equal to 10 and also our x is equal to 32. The first question is saying find k. Okay, but k has not been mentioned in the statement. Okay, the examiner, they're telling us to find k, which k has not been mentioned in the statement. Okay, so we're going to find our k, we're also going to find our y. Of course, our y has been mentioned in the statement. Okay, we're also going to find our z. Of course, our z has also been mentioned in the statement. But the tricky part is here on k. Okay, k has not been mentioned. Okay, k has not been mentioned. So it's like I'm sending you to town. Okay, I'm sending you to town. I'm telling you to go and purchase this thing. You purchase a car. You purchase this thing. Different things. Okay, you are purchasing different things. But you're also going to purchase the thing which I'm not going to mention. Okay, this is what it means here. Okay, so the statement is talking about y, it's talking about z, it's also talking about x, but the question is saying find z, of which our z has not been mentioned in the statement. So now, under variations, by the way, variations, they are coming from the word vary, okay? Variations, they are coming from the word vary, meaning to differ, okay? Variations are coming from the word vary, meaning to differ. So the meaning here is that variations, they don't have a specific formula. Okay, variations, they don't have a specific formula. The kind of formula for you that you are going to come up with, or the one that you are going to formulate, will be based on the statements. Okay, the kind of formula that you are going to come up with will be based on what the statement will be saying. So it's like I'm sending you to town. The things that you are going to buy will be based on what I'm going to say. Okay, that's the meaning which is there. So now under variation, there are some things that you need to know. Okay, these are okay, these are words like perpendicular or directly. Okay, perpendicular or directly. So these are the things that they normally come under variation. So the things like perpendicular. So here there was the word what? Perpendicular. I mean directly, sorry. Okay, there was the word directly. So if they don't use this word directly, they will use this word perpendicular. Okay, if they don't use the word directly, they are going to use the word perpendicular. So now this direct or perpendicular simply means equals. Okay, just an equal sign. Okay, just an equal sign which is there. Okay, this is the first thing. Let's talk about the second thing which they normally use there. The second thing which they normally use is the word inversely. Okay, the word inversely. So I'm just trying to break down the meaning of these words. Okay, this is just a preamble of this topic, variations. Okay, so now there's another word which they normally use is the word variation. I mean the word inversely. Okay, so inversely simply means you divide. Okay, divide or division like this. Okay, divide or division is just one and the same thing there. Okay, so these are some of the things which they normally use under variations. Okay, then the second thing, I mean the third thing which they normally use is the word k. Okay, so we are having k there. So k, the way it is, k is constant. Okay, K is constant under variations. So whether K has been mentioned in the statement or K has not been mentioned, K is always there. Okay, no wonder in the statement here, K has not been mentioned, but the question is telling us to say find K. Okay, so K is always there, K is always there, K is always there, okay, and K is always also, K is constant, okay, constant K, okay, the constant K. So this constant K is always on top, okay, always on top. Okay, so the constant K is always on top. So now, these are some of the things that you need to know. Perpendicular or directly simply means the equal sign. Okay, perpendicular or directly simply means the equal sign. The inversely simply means the division. Okay, the division. The constant K, so K is always constant. Okay, K is always constant. So these are some of the things that you need to know under variation. Let's now go straight into answering the questions. Okay, let me just remove these. Okay, let's now try and answer the question. So given that y, okay, given that y varies, so I'm going to say y varies directly. Okay, directly means what? Equals. Okay, equals as what? As x. Okay, varies directly as what? As x. So now k is always constant. So whether k has been mentioned or k has not been mentioned, k is always there. Okay, so I'm going to put my k here. And what I said here was k is always on top. Why? K is always on top. Okay, so this is my y varies directly as x. This is the statement here. So k is always there. K, whether k has been mentioned or k has not been mentioned, k is always there. Okay, k is always there. So it's like gravity. Okay, it's constant. Okay, whether gravity has been mentioned when you are dealing with weak energy and power. So gravity is always 10. Okay. So over, so given that y varies directly as x, okay, this x, and inversely means what? Division, okay? So I'm going to divide this as the square of what? Z, meaning z squared, like this. So now this is the formula, okay? This is the formula. Okay, this is now the formula. Okay, so variation formula is not always that under variation this is the only formula, this is the specific formula. No, formula is vary. Remember the word variation is coming from the word vary, meaning to differ. Okay. So now this is my formula. The first question is saying what? Find k. Okay, here we've been told to say that given that y is equal to 10, so now I'm now going to start plugging in or replacing. Okay, so I'm going to replace now. My y is what? My y is 10. This is my 10 here. Is equal to, we're finding the value of this one, k. Okay, we are finding the value of k. So y equal to k. What's my x? My x is 32. Okay, so I'm going to say 32 here. 32 over, what's my z? My z, where is my z? Where is my z? Which is 4. Okay, but here they're saying what? It's 4 squared, right? It's 4 squared. Okay, let me just speak these things. Okay, so here I'm having my 4 squared. Okay, I'm having my 4 squared. Okay, so now since I'm finding the value of k, I'm going to play with them mathematically. K times 32, I'm going to have 32k. Okay, I'm going to have 32k like this. What's 4 squared? 4 squared, according to the laws of indices, simply means 4 times 4, not 4 times 2. Okay, according to the laws of indices, 4 squared means 4 times 4, not 4 times 2. Okay, so here I'm going to have 16. Okay, here I'm going to have 16. Okay, so now this is now paper 1. So under paper 1, you're not supposed to be using a calculator. Okay, under paper 1, you are not supposed to be using a calculator. Okay, so here I'm having an equal sign here. I'll divide this side by 1 just to try and balance things. So I'm having this, I'm having a 10 is equal to 32k over 16, like this. This one, I've just copied and pasted it here. Okay, so what is 10 times 16? Okay, what is 10 times 16? I'm going to come up with the 160. Okay, is equal to 32k. Okay, I'm going to have the 32k. We are finding the value of this k. Okay, we are finding the value of this k now. So what's going to happen? I'm going to divide both sides by 32, both sides by 32. This and this, they are going to go. Okay, so in the correct, what is 10 times 16? So 10 and 16. I'm going to say here, I'm going to have a 0. Here, I'm going to have a 6, 0, 0, 1. Yes, I'm correct. So it's 160. Okay. So now what is this is 32. Okay, this is 32. What is 32? 160 divided by 32. Okay, what is 160 divided by 32? So now this one is going to give us a k is equal to 5. Okay, 160 divided by 32 is equal to 5. Okay, so k is 5 is the value for k. Okay, 5 is the value for k. Okay, so these are the solutions. So let me just try and prove this thing that I'm correct. Let me say this. Okay, since I'm saying that I found 5, right? It's 2, it's 2, it's 2, it's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 0, carry 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. Yes, it's correct. Okay, so k is equal to 5. Okay. So my value of k is equal to 5. Okay, so I'm going to replace, I'm going to say k is equal to 5. Okay, this is the value for k. So that's how you come up with the value for k and the variations. Okay, so they are very simple. Variations are very, very simple. Let's try and tackle another question. Let me just try and remove this. Okay, we are still under the variations. Variations, they come each and every year. Okay, variations, they come each and every year. Each and every year, variations, they come each and every year. Okay, so now let's try and tackle the second question. So the same formula that we formulated is the same formula that we'll be using until the final answer. Okay, which is the last question. Okay, so now the same formula we said that y is equal to z squared. This was our formula that we formulated at first. Okay, this was our formula that we formulated or that we came up with according to the statement here. Okay, so now here they are saying find y when x, now here the numbers have changed. Okay, now here the numbers have changed, so we change as well. Okay, so here we are finding the value of this y. Y is equal to, what's our k? Our k was found what? A 5. What's our x? 20. We've been given 20. What's our z? Our z is 5, but it's z what here? Z squared. So 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, it's 25. So I'm going to say y is equal to, what is 5 times 20? So I'm going to say 20 by 5. Okay, 20 by 5. 5 times 0, I'm going to have a 0. Any number multiplied by a 0, it's a 0. Okay. 5 times 0, it's a 0. 5 times 2, it's 10. So I'm going to have 100 there on top. Okay, so I'll say 100 divided by a 25. Okay, so now 100 divided by 25 is what? It's a 4. Okay, so my y is equal to 4. Okay, so 100 divided by 25, yes, 25, 50, yes, it's 4. So here my y is equal to 4. Okay, y is equal to 4. So that's the second solution, right? Okay, that's the second solution now. Okay, so these are the solutions to the second solution. So let me just try and remove this so that we can move on to the last question of this is the 2019 paper. Okay, this is the 2019 paper. Oh, I've removed the formula. Let me just rewrite it again. Okay, so that's the formula that we'll be using. So once you formulate the formula, or once you come up with the formula, the same formula that you came up with is the same formula that is going to enable you to respond to all the questions. Okay. So now here we are finding the value of z. Okay. Here we are now finding the value of z. Okay. So what's our y? What's our y? Our y is 9. Okay. Our y is 9. So the only thing that is going to be constant there is k. Okay, so k doesn't change, right? So the only thing which is not going to be changing there is only k. Okay, I guess you're able to see that there's no value of k here, there's no value of k in there. So k, once you came up with the value of k, the same one is just becoming with it. That one is just constant, it doesn't change. Okay, so y is equal to 9, k is equal to 5. Okay, remember we came up with our k there, which is 5. What's our x here? Our x is 9. Z, we are finding the value of z. But remember that z is squared, right? Okay, z is squared. So we are finding the value of z, yes. Okay, we are finding the value of z. So now we are having this. So now since we are having an equal sign here, we are going to cross multiply. Okay, so I'll cross multiply here. Here, this side I'm going to come up with z squared is equal to, what is 5 times 9? Okay, what is 5 times 9? So 5 times 9, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 9s, they are 5. So I'm going to say here 18, even here 18. I'm remaining with the 9. Okay? I'm remaining with the 9. Okay? So 18 plus 18, 8 plus 8, 16, 6, 21. Okay? 2, 3 plus 9. Okay? What is 9? What is 9 plus 36? So here I'm going to come up with a 10, 15. Okay? 5 became 1. Okay? Here 45. So I'm going to say 45. Okay? 45. 45. So here it's 9z squared. Okay? Since we are finding the value of z, okay? Since we are finding the value of z, we're going to divide both sides by a 9. Oh, this is the 9 with q. Both sides by a 9. This and this, they will go. This side you're going to remain with z squared is equal to, what is 45 divided by a 9? So how many times can 9 go into 45? Should be 8, 9. Okay, should be 9 times. Okay, so let's just try and compare. Okay, let's just try and compare. Okay, so here we are having about yes, 9. Okay, so now since we are finding the value of z squared, here we are having a z squared. So now for us to cancel this squared, we are going to introduce a square root. Okay, for us to cancel this squared, we are going to introduce a square root. Okay, so both sides the square root, even this side the square root, such that this and this will go. This side we are going to remain with z is equal to, what's the square root of 9? The square root of 9 is the square root of 9 is it's 3. Okay, so it's either it's positive 3 or negative 3. Okay, so this is our solution. Okay, so here the value of z is equal to 3. Okay, so these are the solutions to the 2019 paper 1 mathematics under variation. Okay, let's just try and solve another question again so that we try and see how things are done under variations. Okay, so there are a lot of questions that normally comes under variations. Okay, so this is another question. Okay, this is now another question that came under variation. Okay, so now the question is saying A varies directly as B. Okay, A varies directly as B and as the square of C. Okay, as the square of C. Okay, given that A is equal to 30, B is equal to 2.5, and also C is equal to 2. Find the k. Okay, find the k. So even in under this year's exams in mathematics paper 1 under variation, expect the question to find for you to come up with the value of k. But k won't be mentioned here in the statement. Okay, just expect the question how we're going to come up with the constant which is k. Okay, but k won't and will never be mentioned in the statement. K will and will never be mentioned in the statement. Okay. So now we're finding the value of k. We're also going to come up with the value of L when b is equal to 2 and also c will be equal to 3. We're also going to come up with the value of c when a is equal to 300 and b is equal to 4. B is equal to 4. Okay, so now let's get started. Okay, let's get started. The same principle which we used in the first question is also the same principle that we are going to apply here. Okay, so A what? A varies. Okay, so here I'm going to say A varies. Varies what? Directly. Okay, varies directly. Remember the meaning of the word directly. Get I called that. Okay, A varies directly. Okay, A varies directly as B. Okay, as B. But K is constant. That is why I'm going to put my K as B. And as the square of what? C. Meaning C is squared. So here there's no division because there is no inversity. Okay, there is no inversity here. That's the reason why there is no division there. Because in the statement there is no inversity. But if in the statement you are somewhere where it's written inversely, you could have divided. Okay, so now this is our formula. Since there's a full stop here, this is our formula. Okay, this is now our formula. So the first question is saying what? Find k. So when b is equal to what's our a? A we've been given that it's a 30. So here I'm going to replace now. Here I'm going to say 30 is equal to k. What's my b? My b is 2.5. Okay, my b is 2.5. Yes, 2.5. What's my c? My c is 2. Okay, 2 squared. Okay, that's my c. Okay, so now I'm going to say 30 is equal to what is 2 squared? It's what? It's a 4. Okay, so in short here I'm having a 4. What is 4 times 2.5? So now these are points now. Okay, what is so in short I'm having something like this: 2.5 multiplied by a 4. Okay, 4 times the 5. 4 times 5, that's 20, okay? 0 carry 2, okay? 4 times 2, 8, plus 2, 10, okay? How many decimal points? 1. So it's going to come here. So it's 10.0. So this 10.0 is just the same as 10, okay? 10.0 is just the same as 10. Remember the laws of how we're coming up with the standard form, significant figures. A 0 is after a point, they are not significant, okay? So here it's 10, okay? So it's 10 what? 10k. 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 Alright, it's 10k, okay? It's 10k. Okay. So since we're finding the value of k, we're going to divide both sides by 10. Okay? 10 both sides by 10. This and this they will go. So 3 is equal to k. Okay, so here the value for k is 3. Okay, that's how you come up with the value of k. Okay, that's how you come up with the value of k there. Okay, let's try and solve another question. Okay, so I'm not going to remove the formula.